Welcome to Am I Too Loud, the podcast.
Oh my God. Welcome back to Am I Too Loud, the podcast with Sophie, aka the mother flipping Odditty. Guys, we're trying something new. And by the smile on my face, I don't even know where to look. Okay, so if you're new here, hi, my name is Sophie. Welcome back to My Too Loud, the podcast where I, Sophie, aka the motherfucking Odditty. How many times am I going to say Sophie, aka the motherfucking Odditty in this video? I don't know. Now, the quality of this, I'm not sure of, but we're going to see how this works. First of all, we are currently using a recording platform to record this. I usually use my DSLR camera. I have my mic. I have everything set up. This time around, I am using Riverside, which is a podcast recording app, because I want to have a guest on this week's episode of The Loud Report. The Loud Report, I feel like is, okay, here's the thing about the podcast. I love my solo episodes. I love when I can just yap with you guys, talk about my queer experience, talk about life with my family, my mom, invite guests that are meaningful to me. And I feel like season 3, if you guys haven't noticed, if you're an OG pod fammer, season 3 has been like a rough start. You know what I mean? Like season 3 for me has been this like little, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see how it goes. But okay. I gotta rush through the intro because my guest is here. I'm so excited. Okay. Here's the thing. So, season 3 has been a very interesting space for me, and I wanted to first start off by finding my grounding, and I feel like I have, but my personal life has definitely been in disarray. But my professional life, this podcast is my baby, and she cannot be in disarray. So the point I'm trying to make is we're testing out this idea of having the Loud Report being like my pop culture commentary, because you guys know I have opinions, and what better way to have opinions than with you guys. All right, so I'm going to let my guest in because we're going to start introducing or inviting guests over here. And welcome to Am I Too Loud? Okay. I feel like this should be set. Let me try to double check everything. It looks good on my end too. Do you have your audio echo cancellation on? Oh, guys, I'm so nervous because I'm like, wow, I'm finally doing it. We're making this work. So I'm going to read my little excerpt here from our trusty iPad. Okay, our guest today is Simone Umba, commentator, creator, writer, and so much more. Simone has built a platform around breaking down pop culture, celebrity moments, internet chaos, books, TV, film, and things everybody is talking about but not always thinking about deeply enough. And I feel like if you know me, you know how much I love folks like that who are just not talking the talk, they're also walking the walk. And you already know what we're doing on My Too Loud. We're always going to be asking what happened, why did it happen? Let's hear the proper gist about it, and let's hear the most unfiltered take ever. So Simone, I'm really, really excited to be here to just have some discourse, talk about you, and the fact that we knew each other, and then like all of this commentary stuff happened.
It just happened out of nowhere.
Like, I'm like, first of all, hi girl, how are you? How have you been?
I've been good. How are you?
Tell folks, I'm good. So tell folks who, if they don't know you, who Simone is, and outside of the internet, but also who Simone is on the internet.
So for me, I'm Simone. I am a pop culture, TV, film, bookish, little bit of lifestyle creator online. Pretty much the same offline. I just walked into this out of nowhere like many of people. I am a first generation Congolese American. I'm the eldest of 4. And pretty much I have been freestyling this internet thing for 6 years.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It has been 6 years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I did not realize it's been that long. Wait, so I feel like we knew each other from DC, Maryland. Am I crazy for that?
No, because there's like a big like Congolese population in DC. And I'm there a couple of times for work. I feel like if we met at some point, we probably did, but just don't remember.
Right? I feel like I feel like I knew you before Simone commentary. Am I crazy for that?
I would not be surprised. Like, right? I've passed by so many people. There was this one event I was at a couple weeks ago, and a girl I went to high school with recognized me, and I felt so bad because I couldn't remember where I knew her from. I'm just like, oh my God, nice to meet you and to see you again.
No, I'll be like, oh my God, hi girl, hey babe, my bad, every time. I feel like the best thing to do is to tell people when you see them, like, oh my God, yeah, I'm so sorry. Because I have a friend who if someone comes up to them and says like, hey, and oh my God, remember me from, she will literally be like, no, I don't remember. How should I remember? I can't do that. I would rather eat, shoot, and be like, no, sorry. Like, yes, of course I remember you. How are you? Even though I don't remember nothing. I'd rather lie to you and save face than come up to you and tell you I don't remember you. I can't do that. But she does it. And so, yeah, I feel like in my head, I thought we had met, but I guess not. Maybe. You never, I feel like the internet makes you feel like you know people.
You probably don't remember.
Right. I feel like ADHD, guys. ADHD. All right, Simone, so tell me a little bit about like where you started from and why you're an expert in pop culture. So when my pod family listening, they're able to be like, oh yeah, she's the girl for everything. How did things start? From writing to doing all the commentary you do now? And first of all, also, you're so confident on camera. I've been taking tips because, hey, I've been struggling.
It's so funny when people tell me that because I used to be that shy kid that just minded her business in school.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just so comfortable in my room, but when I'm just outside, I just be in my little corner minding my business.
See, I would have never guessed that. So what changed?
I think once I got to high school and I got comfortable in spaces, like I'm able to talk more. Like it takes me a while to get comfortable and just be like, okay, this is a safe space. I can talk. This is fine. Yeah. And that's with like every person that meets me. Like once I get to know you in like 5 minutes, I'm just yapping.
Yeah. No, I feel that. And I think you could see that in your content, that it just feels like you're on FaceTime with your friends, and which is what you always want for creators. It's like, oh girl, I had this idea. I'm just watching this thing. Let me tell you exactly what my thoughts are. And you do it so well. So do you feel like since you started your job now, is this your full-time job? Do you do more than...
It's my full-time job.
Yeah. How has that been?
It's been, it's been crazy because I've only been doing it for like 4 years now because I used to do retail before I did this full-time. Yeah. And being like my own business owner, it's kind of like a crazy concept because now I'm technically self-employed. I have to do paperwork. I got to do my taxes different, which gave me such a headache.
Let's not even get into that. They know how I feel. Just the entrepreneurship part of creating content, like once it's not an hobby anymore and it's like an actual job for you, it becomes so exhausting. It's just like, where do you start from? Especially if you don't have any help and it's just no assistants, no one. It gets a bit crazy. It
does.
But we're killing it. We're handling it great, aren't we? Wait, so before you did this, what did you study? And do you ever think you would like end up here? I'm guessing not.
No, I did not think this would be a career for me. I originally went to college as a bio major on the med school track. But my last year of university, I switched to criminology because the upper level classes were kicking my ass. And my advisor said, hey, let's change this so you can graduate. I'm like, okay. So we switched to criminology. I got that done. We added a minor in psychology. And pretty much I have a bachelor's in crim and a minor in psychology. So yeah.
Boom, done. I feel that. No, I feel that. Like, I did not expect to be doing what I'm doing full time. I just thought it was always just going to be like a thing, like, oh, I'm just posting content randomly here and there, and now it's like a full-time thing. So how are you balancing everything, like real people, life, work, family? Like, what does that look like for you?
So I will say the first couple of years doing it full time was a balancing act, and it was something that I was dealing with before when I was still working in retail, because I have a big family. I'm like the oldest of 4. And then my mom's the oldest of 14. My dad was the youngest of 5. So pretty much we're everywhere. They come to visit every year. And I would feel so bad because I would have to work in the summer. Yeah. And they would be like, oh, come with us out today. Come with us on family vacation. I'm like, I don't have time to work. I have to work. Yeah. So with this being my job, it gives me a lot more freedom and liberty to have more time with them. So that's really great. And same with my friends. That's kind of a balance because they have like real world jobs that they go to like 9 to 5, and I have to wait till like after 5 o'clock. So like whenever I suggest like, oh yeah, we should go do this next weekend, they're like, Simone, I have to work. I have to go to the office. I'm like, okay, we'll find another day. That's fine.
the amount of plus one, like whenever I'm going to an event, I'm like, can you come to me? They're like, Sophie, I have a 9 to 5. I can't come at that time. I'm like,
that was literally me yesterday.
girl.
I said, like, my friend a screenshot to a screening. I was like, hey, you want to come? She's like, girl, I have a whole work assignment that day.
I'm like, ugh, can you, I know, my best friend right now is at work. I promise you, if I FaceTime her right now, she's like, what do you want? I'm like, when I see her ceiling, because when she picks up her phone, her phone is on her table. So all I see is her ceiling. And I just like, ugh, you're at work again. She's like, yes, don't give me that bad energy. I am at work for a reason. Get away. I'm like, when are we going to be done with the job? And she's like, when you start paying my bills. I'm like, you know what? Stay. Keep that job. Keep that job. Work for us, okay? Because entrepreneurship is not for the weak. I'll tell you that.
It really is not.
No. Okay, so we're going to get into like conversation around everything going on in the world right now. I had you send me a few things that are on your FYP for my on your FYP segment, which is basically just anything and everything. I feel like we might have very similar FYPs because everything you sent to me, I already sort of like I'd heard about it, except for one. And I only, as I was scrolling trying to find it, I saw Christy Sarah had posted about it, and then I realized what that was. But there's a few more, so I think what we're gonna do is go turn by turn. It's probably just gonna be you tell me what the topic is, and we're just gonna go back and forth like we're on FaceTime yapping about a conversation, and folks are just listening in to two girlies yapping. And then if you want to, add some anecdotes about your life, my life into the conversation, we can too. So the big topic for everyone is Love Island. Everybody's talking about Love Island. Everybody's watching Love Island. I have not actually ever watched a full episode of Love Island.
Be glad you haven't. You're protecting your peace.
You're
protecting your peace. You're not yelling at your TV every night.
But when I tell you, I still feel so I can't imagine the people who have watched Love Island fully, how connected you guys are, because from the TikTok watcher, as the TikTok watcher brigade, and who watches the first look drops and the little TikTok things that come out, and who is watching the BTS on Twitter, I have such strong opinions about people that I don't even watch the full episodes on compared to you guys. Like, I know that like Melanie's about to fuck Sincere's mind up in Casa because he deserves it. I know that from the UK side of things, Angelisa is being too slow and she needs to hurry the fudge up because Simba is definitely a fuck boy. When I tell you, I'm caught up. But I've never watched a single episode. So Simone, Love Island, what are your thoughts so far? Now, this is how you know I'm crazy. Yesterday's episode was wild, wasn't it? The letters. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. And it made me realize that these are like the COVID Zoom kids, because the immediate like need for ChatGPT to write a letter, it's like, oh my God, I'm old. What do you mean you need ChatGPT to write a letter? Y'all didn't learn this in school?
It made me feel like, because when I'm watching Love Island, I think of them as like far away. But when someone said ChatGPT, I said, oh no, they're close by. Like they just left them a few weeks ago. These people were at home last 2-3 weeks ago, and now they're in this villa by themselves. So we're gonna go couple by couple now, since they just got recoupled. First of all, can we talk about Sincere, Melanie, and Soul? What are your thoughts?
That is a Puerto Rican demon. That is a Puerto Rican demon. I hate him. It's a strong word. I dislike him. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Tell me your thoughts.
I knew Sincere was going to play either Melanie or Soul. I didn't think he was going to pick Melanie because he keeps yapping all this stuff to Soul. He's telling them two different things. I'm also don't feel bad for Soul because you saw how he treated Melanie. What made you think he wasn't going to do it to you?
No. Well, I think, isn't the whole point of Love Island for them to explore? So, like, why do people get upset with the men? Is it that they don't explore respectfully? Is that what, like, the anger is?
Technically that. It's more so they don't know how to communicate, with honesty.
Well, even in real life, how many men know how to communicate, please?
None.
Like, let's be, like, please, guys. People without cameras around, they don't know how to communicate. So imagine people with cameras, they're pressure. I don't know. My opinion is I feel like Soul was already dealt terrible cards walking in because Melanie already definitely liked Sincere and didn't want anything else. Mm-hmm. And Sincere, I've noticed this pattern with the men. I think we will talk about it through when we talk about Kenzie and Kada. Mm-hmm. Or Kayla. Is it Kada or Kayla? See, Kada, right? There we go. This idea of the girl who is giving it up versus the girl, like the connection of sexual chemistry versus emotional connection. Because when Sincere opened the letter, and you could tell like Melanie was bringing up like the family and the birthdays and those kind of emotional connections versus what we see as like a very sexual, is always lip sync soul when he can, kissed her how many times, touched upon her. I feel like most of the men in the villa are prioritizing physical connection quickly, and then when it fades away, they run back to the original woman who's not giving them that physical connection, which is what happens most times in real life, right? Where like a guy's like, oh, you're not gonna give it up, and you feel like you have to because you want to keep his attention, and then once you do that, he's gonna go away because men are useless. They have stupid people, foolish people.
That's so true. And I said it last week when people were trying to say that like Soul was a side chick. I'm like, no, she is not a side chick. She's being treated like one.
Yeah, exactly. And also, are they really sides if they're bombshells? Because all of us need to stop this thing.
Listen, bombshells came in to do their job. Soul came to do her job as a bombshell. She's the only one bombshelling.
Thank you very much. She was the only one who actually came in as a bombshell. And I also feel like, now, the one thing, I can't go on Love Island, first of all, never happening. But if I was going to go on it, I would not want to be a bombshell because immediately the audience is angry at you for coming into trying to, because the idea of a bombshell is to tempt current connections. At the core of it, you're coming in to be someone's side chick from the main chick that allegedly they already have, unless they don't have any connections. So you're already playing a losing game. And then they start hating on you because you're doing your job. And then if the stupid man is being foolish, it's your fault when all you did was do your job. Women can never win. Because what? Okay, well, they have male bombshells too, though. So maybe we can't argue that. But the male bombshells are always terrible looking. Except for Miguel from last year.
No one's beating Miguel.
No one can beat Miguel.
No one can beat Miguel. He set the bar so high. God.
And he still is working out, trying to carry everybody in the old world. Trying to
I need to know what he's training for, because that man is doing push-up challenges, thinking these regular men can do it. They can barely do a push-up.
My dear, I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but he needs to keep doing it. Leah, respectfully, please. Let us just watch. Let's do it for
respectfully, Leah. Respectfully.
Okay, so we have the Soul Melanie. I'm glad he picked Melanie. Hopefully, I think I want her to cut him up in Casa more, but we'll see. And then flipping it, we have Casey and Anaya.
I invested too much time in them too early. But that's on me. I want to see Young Black Love.
We're on the same page?
Yes.
We're on the same page? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was the odd one out with this relationship.
No, I think, and this is like after last night with their letters, because I've talked to so many people about this, because Casey and Anaya have two completely different backgrounds. Like with Anaya, she grew up in privilege. Her dad is in the NBA. Her family, has money. She works at her mom's nonprofit. Yeah. Very privileged life. She's a princess. Casey, he has not like a nuclear family, but he's like the oldest of like multiple kids. He uses comedy to cope with some trauma that he hasn't, gotten into from what the episodes I've seen. And just their communication styles are different, and they're in an environment that they're not used to, and interacting with people that they're not used to.
Yeah. I feel like when I saw the dynamic at first, I was like, okay, Anaya I think Anaya, first of all, likes light-skinned men. I don't know about you, but from the beginning, from what I've seen, it looked like she had an affinity for the light brights. I don't know about anyone else. However, I do also think that she does like Casey, and she loves a protective man. I would say like a provider type of man. I think Casey is, I don't know if it's young, if it's youth. I don't think he has the emotional intelligence to match her.
I think that's the case.
Yeah.
Because I know they're both 23, but I think when it comes to like her like wanting him to be serious in moments and him like hesitating to do that, that's where they're gonna just completely go veering off.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like you can see that too, because when because I feel like it sounds like she's nagging on him versus him trying to be like, well, like we're good, what's going on? I think she sees more of what we don't see, I think, because it doesn't, where is this argument coming from with Anaya? Like, it feels like she's constantly like looking for insecurities in their relationship, and we don't see that. But then I'm like, I feel like maybe we just the producers aren't showing us that part, because I've been seeing
the
comments
producers
around that.
edit a lot out that we don't see, because they're filming them like the entire day. We're only
I don't know how 24
like an
hours
hour
to 1 hour is crazy.
We're only
I can't
getting
even imagine being an editor
in the span of an hour.
And they could like,
so maybe there's discussions that we haven't seen. Right. I don't know. All I know is that I don't want to hear neither of them complain after this. Yes. Y'all said your feelings. Y'all got to go into Casa. Whatever you do, you got to deal with the aftermath. Soon? Yeah, Casa's next week.
Ooh. Is this running quicker than it's supposed? Like, what's going on? Why is it so fast?
It feels like it. I think maybe because season 7 had just a weird start and like people switching out people. Probably that, because there was one girl that was supposed to be in the main cast that got pulled because she said the N-word.
Yeah.
And that same thing that happened with season 7. Yeah. So I'm guessing with like the assembly, with what they were trying to do, it got mixed up.
Shifted a few
things. To move stuff around.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we're on to that. And then we have, I don't want to talk about Gabe and...
we don't need to talk about Gabe.
They're not going to... Yeah. Gabe's
nah.
But Kenzie. Kenzie and Corbin and Caleb.
The fact this show has me feeling bad for a white man, I'm sick. I'm sick.
And he just looked like a little puppy sitting there by himself, just sulking. And he was just like, I'm happy for them. First of all, Kenzie and Corbin are just horny. They're just horny. They're just
horny.
They're just horny. That's just what Kenzie is, just horny. She just wants her mixed baby. I'm telling you this.
It's literally that. I've been talking about this for weeks.
That's all she wants. Kenzie
is the same Southern white girl that can go around and mess with black men. But when it comes to like a future, she's going to find that white guy at the country club. Yep. I went to high school with these girls. This is exactly who they are.
All the time. There's no excuse for that. All the time. So honestly, like, I'm not surprised about what's happening. I'm cute. I know people want them to leave now, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot more fun if Kenzie gets tested in Casa. Like, I don't want people to vote them. Like, I need to see Corbin meet someone who's like gonna get his eyes turned, and I want to see Kenzie cry just a little. Maybe that's me.
Listen, I need Kenzie to be weeping. I want Corbin to find him another Jamaican from Miami. I need him to find another one, because for some reason she gets triggered when black and brown women get attention. Let a dark-skinned woman get his attention. She's going to be sliding down the wall.
I want it so bad. And I feel like maybe she thought she was going to be the Kayla of this season, but Kayla never behaved this way. Like, it never gave this. It never gave this. Kayla loved that white man from the beginning till the end. She wanted her white British man from the beginning to Aaron.
So where that became a whole vocal stem I couldn't get out my head.
For years, honestly, at this point. Okay, and then we have Bryce and Trinity. I don't like them together. I don't know. I don't know about
my girl's playing the game. She's gonna find her type in Casa. That's the only reason why I voted for her. I'm like, I'm gonna get you to the end no matter what, because I know you're not gonna end up with this one.
Wait, honestly, do you think so? Because I really think she likes white boys.
I feel like it's just proximity and convenience, because her type hasn't walked in yet.
So what would you think? Because Trinity gives me liking white boys, or like a little Middle Eastern brown man. She does not give me dark-skinned man.
I feel like Trinity just open to variety.
Okay, maybe that's what
it is. She's open to variety.
Yeah, she does give me open to variety. And I feel like I just don't see the chemistry with Bryce and her. I try to, but like this is not giving me the Nicole Landry from the beginning. Like, Nicole Landry from the beginning for me, like, I wasn't even watching it and I was seeing clips and I was like, oh, are they together? And I'm like, you could tell, like, even in challenges, it doesn't give the same, like, pull, like, it doesn't feel like, and you having to tell the man to love up on you more. It's just it's a bit weird. It's a bit strange.
Listen, Nicolandro, that was a saga. Girl. That was happening by chance after chance.
You know what?
I don't know what Trinity and Bryce are giving me.
I don't know. And you know what's crazy? Bringing back Nicolandria, I was just telling someone that I love how they literally are not moving like a Love Island couple. Their entire content is not about them being a couple. They're just doing their thing. And I think that's how you can tell people who came in that for love, but also to further their careers. And they kept those things very separate. Like they found what they were looking for both ways, and then they're moving on. And with this group of people, I think the more Love Island gets bigger, it's hard to cast people who genuinely want love. Like it doesn't feel like they do now. It feels like they all just know that they want to be the next Olandria, they want to be the next XYZ. So they're going to try to play the game to win because they want that attention. And that to me is what's frustrating. Like Love Island is now becoming a popularity contest and not a love contest anymore, which is sad.
Yeah, I kind of knew, like, after the way season 6 popped off, that it was going to veer towards that. Wow. Mind you, I wasn't even watching season 6 like that until the clip came out. I saw the clip of Serena and Cordell on the dock. I was like, what is this?
Dog, you ain't even let me talk.
Oh, a shot?
And it was, the colors were beautiful. He was running after her. That is like, I know it wasn't like produced because like that. In my mind, when I'm mad at my love, the love of my life, and they respond to me in that way, that means they love me. Because the entire time he let her be, he let her feel, he knew, like for someone to be like, I know you're angry, I'm going to do everything in my power to make you, like, take me now, love me now, show me now.
Listen, after that, I'm like, Cordell, you need to get it together. You need to apologize. Don't make my baby girl cry.
No. And he's been doing a good job. I love that the couples now, besides Janae and fucking Kenny. I hate that man so much. Anyways, okay, so that's the Love Island. Do you watch Love Island in the UK?
I watched last season's UK, but I'm not watching this season's UK. I just can't keep up with the both at the same time. Yeah,
no. See, this is why you need to be a TikTok watcher because you don't you have the brain power and the space to do that when you're just on TikTok watching. Because my only call out for Love Island UK is every time I see the tastes, because you know, like dating and love and stuff across the board, you see how like Black women are oftentimes at the bottom of the pool. You would think that in America that would be the case, and it usually is. But I think Love Island USA does a really good job at least putting more options for Black women because they know the audience here. We would fight if that's not the case. In the UK, it's like it feels like an humiliation ritual every time. Like it feels like this. And the Black girls on that show are some of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in my life. Stunning. And they get treated like trash. And I'm looking like the men are ugly men too. They're treating them like this. Like they're not even fine men. Like these are like, bums doing all this nonsense.
These are baddies.
These are like baddies. Like the Ellas and the Whitneys and Angelista now. It's just crazy. Anyways, okay. So that is our fun debrief of Love Island. You guys let us know in the comments what you guys' takes are on all the couples. Did I miss any couple? I don't think so, right? No, Kada.
Oh wait,
Kada
Zach and Kada.
Yeah, girl. Zach wants Bryce. That's the love going from that.
Either he wants Bryce or the producers are playing on all of our commentary about the two.
Yeah, because like, no, he wants Bryce because why are they cuddling under the bed and they're going ooh when the blanket falls open? Like, relax. You're a grown man.
Like, bro, I was pissed off for Trinity. Like, stop it.
Yeah, it's just he's very strange, and I feel like the scene where like they were kissing and then he keeps mentioning like exploring other bombshells, you can tell he's not satisfied with Kada, and I don't think she's his type too. I think Zach likes white girls. Like he just gives me that he likes white girls, not Black, not brown, not even Hispanic. He just likes white girls, and I think maybe in Casa he's gonna find a white girl for him. So I wish Zach the best. We'll see who lasts. Okay, so I wanted to segue from Love Island. You guys let us know in the comments who your favorite couples are if you're watching Love Island USA or UK. Give me all your thoughts. Emma Grede and Patrick Ta. Have you seen that interview?
I've seen clips of the interview and people talking about it.
So I watched it, and I think, first of all, what was your take around the Painted by Esther situation? If you guys don't know, Emma Grede is an author, podcaster, the pioneer behind a lot of the Kardashian products. She's like a CEO, entrepreneur, all of it, like badass boss. Painted by Esther is a beauty creator, makeup artist, also entrepreneur, all of these things. Patrick Ta is also a beauty creator, makeup artist, Last week, or maybe 3 weeks now, honestly.
I think last month. Yeah,
last month. There was I feel like you guys, I spoke about it a little bit in my last episode, where Patrick Ta launched a blush, well, a series of blushes, and he trademarked the term transitional blush. And a lot of people were like, Painted by Esther popularized the blush technique. And him, trademarking this blush technique was very facetious, messy. Another example of a white man taking a black woman's idea and capitalizing off of it. Now, Emma Grede is mixed. She is black and white, Jamaican and British. And Patrick Ta is Patrick Ta. And then Esther is a black woman. And my thoughts when everything happened was, oh, it's business. Like, yes, it's messy. Yes, it's immoral. Yes, it's unethical. Yes, it's annoying. Yes, all these things. But at the end of the day, it was strictly business. And he knew what he was doing by making the strategic business move to trademark transitional blush and the blushes. End of story. When I watched the interview with Emma Grede, I hate that he's making it seem like, I just didn't know. And I'm sorry. That was my take from the clips, because I was going to be on the background of, if he just came out and said it was very strictly business, I understand I should have worked with her and I didn't, but it was strictly business. I think I would have had more of a respect in a way for the conversation, but it just felt like we were getting too much in the emotional weeds of things by saying, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Well, now then what? Like, okay, you're sorry, and now what? You've done what you've done. You're not going to take back your trademark. You're not going to do any of these things. So you're apologizing, and then... So I didn't understand why the conversation needed to happen. What are your thoughts?
I feel like everything is like intentional, right? There's a reason why he went directly to Emma Grede. And this is something
she
that...
She claims that like it came out that they had it planned way before the blush, allegedly. If I'm doing devil's advocate, she says that they had planned the interview before the blush controversy, and her team came to her and said, should we still go on with the interview? And then she said, yes, because we already had it planned. That was what was said. I don't know how true that is.
I can give her that, because I know for whenever like people do like podcasts, interviews specifically, they have like a different time frame. Some people book out in advance, especially if they have like a launch coming out of like a product. So I can understand like her having it already booked and how it would look if she were to cancel it. Yeah. But also I can understand if they have some sort of, affiliation or their acquaintances on the business side of things. Yeah. I can see her possibly wanting to give him a chance to speak his truth. And I hate to say it, I really do. But many Black women have pointed out, because Emma is mixed and she's grown up in the UK, that when it comes to monoracial Black women's experience, when it comes to business and just any industry, the slighting that is done to them on a racial front is something she can't comprehend. And also people, know her associated with the Kardashians, who's known for being culture vultures, in the past. And I remember the multiple times that they were culture vulturing. From the clips I watched, it looked like PR cleanup. It made it, try to see, oh, well, I didn't know. But we also know that, according to Esther, someone on your team, your co-person in your team reached out to do a quick and go version of the makeup. Last minute, according to her manager, they had asked to record it. And she said, that's a whole different service. And she took discernment and said no. And for that to happen after that, to have the whole blush launch and everything, that a lot of people, reacted in a way, because Esther has been known to modify it since at least 2019. Because I remember when her blush technique had gone viral when I was still on Twitter. Yeah. And with the whole technique and everything, did Esther invent it? No, but she modified it in a way that it directly catered to Black women and the blushes. Because oftentimes with makeup, pre-Fenty Beauty, there was not makeup that was made to complement our skin, whether it was foundations or blushes and lipstick. So she did a model that was directly catered to Black women. With Patrick Ta and traditional blushes, he's trying to make his version. And people point out the similarities with one of his promotional videos and one of Esther's videos that she did for, I think, a COSA tutorial class.
Yeah, I saw that.
And just from like wording and like methoding, they realized that it was a direct copy. And even just like one word, like the back of my palm, and that's how she talking to UK, you see Patrick say it. So that was one of the many things people like flagged when it came to just the whole thing. Now, when I, reacted to everything, I was like, okay, this was a business move, but with racial undertones attached. Because even when like Black people, there have been times where people, take ideas from somebody and, decide to commodify it. With this is something that is another instance of that, because oftentimes Black creatives, their work and everything are taken and then popularized by other people, and they're able to monetize that. We all remember I can't remember her name right now, but she had that viral dance when TikTok first started.
Janaea.
And she had the renegade dance. All of the white people in the influencer house, they were able to pop off. They were the first to get brand deals. They got an influencer house. Yeah. And that was kind of the first time like TikTok and like the internet at large popped off about like, oh wait, you're stealing this Black creator's work and you should be actually compensating her. Like she did end up starting to get, brand deals and starting to build her career and was able to get into the business side of things. Also, it brought up the discussion of resources because people were instantly like, oh, Esther, why don't you start your own line? And I'm like, y'all have not been paying attention the last 3 years. We just had Ami Calais shut down.
Like, how was you supposed to do that?
VC funding for Black women is not here. It's dwindling. Yeah. I have spoke to so many founders. I spoke to so many people that work on the finance side. The DI rollbacks and just to stay in the economy has made launching a business almost uninhabitable for us as entrepreneurs.
Exactly. So I think like a few things. So when I spoke about this thing, I was, you know what, this is perfect because I feel like you're Congolese American, right? I'm Nigerian American. And this is, if anything, a teachable lesson for me, but also the way I think, right? I think it'll be fun for us to bring this into the conversation. So at my baseline, the way I operate in America is that I am already at a deficit because I'm a Black woman immediately, and I'm a minority. So in my head, when I came into the American business space, the creative space, everything, I think about it from the perspective of, first of all, the majority in this country is the Alex Earls, right? Yeah. She's super talented and hardworking. In terms of how hard, I can't take that from her. Like, Alex is one of those white girls who has posted every day for the past 6 years or 4 years at this point. Like, I'm going to give her props for that. But again, she's a white girl, and Alex Earl can just party and do whatever, and there's no consequences for an Alex Earl. There can never, in America, ever, and this is not me saying this because I'm pessimistic, there can never be a Black Alex Earl. And I mean that as in there can never be a Black equivalent to the American public of an Alex Earl, because white people do not or never show interest in the Black population. We have our own population, right? And we are killing our things. They would rather do them. Like, how many 12, 14, 16-year-old white girls do you know watch or what used to watch a Jackie Aina or a Lear Arma? You know what I mean? Like, they don't do that. They should. In a global, cultural, beautiful world, everybody would have interest in everybody, right? So that's how I think about the conversation. So when I saw the discourse, I was like, of course it's a racial undertone. Of course this man saw that this girl is popularizing blush. And of course he's going to steal it. Now, that of course is not me saying what he did was right. It was me saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's predictable.
Surprised. Yeah.
It's predictable.
Okay.
Especially for us.
Especially for us. And we can talk about it and fight it. But I think maybe this could be a teachable moment for me. I want you to know what you think, but we can't win it. And I think it's because our attention is focused on the wrong thing, right? We can have all this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give an example with the girl who did the reggae dance and the savage dance and all these beautiful things that we see.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the same thing. The white counterparts now. The Addison Rae went on Jimmy Fallon, and now Addison Rae is a pop star. And it was because she got her big break.
Got nominated for a Grammy. I still can't believe it.
Do you not understand?
Who is funding the payola?
Mind you, there's a Coco Jones out there. There's a the level of talent, the level of do you see what I mean by we can't win it? And so in my mind, when stuff like that happens and discourse happens, and then the infighting happens, because we talk about Jackie Aina, we talk about the people dragging, because then we start fighting, and it's the crab in the bucket mentality of we're all fighting each other, when we're just not building within each other, right? Like the conversation now became, F Patrick Tar, we hate this man, rather than, Esther, what do you want? Don't cry about it. Don't whine about it. What do you want? Are we doing crowdfunding now within the Black community? Are we going to, I don't know, Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart? I don't know how many Black millionaires there are. I don't fucking know. Yeah, there's not many. You know what I'm trying to say? But, like, are we going to, like, even with Emma Grede right now, can Esther go on TikTok now and say, Emma Grede, you had Patrick Tar on your podcast. I want to come on your podcast. You talk about investing women. I want to invest in my own blush. Take the fight to them. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
because
I know what you're trying to say.
Because every discourse we had about the Patrick Tar and the blushes was mostly Black women talking about the situation. But a few white creators added their 2 cents, but it was mostly us talking to ourselves about the issue that we know about ourselves. So we spent weeks talking about the problem over and over and over and over again, frustrated, angry, and then we moved on. And then Emma Grede came with Patrick Tar, and now he's gotten some goodwill from his people because he's done his job. Like, he's done the kumbaya PR stuff, so he's good in their eyes, and now he's gonna move on. He's gonna probably go trademark blush or people's cheekbones. You know what? He's gonna go like Elf now. Elf is doing Elf hair now. They're gonna trademark edge control. What?
That edge control thing made me so mad. I'm like, you guys don't have any Black people in your marketing department that will tell you, like, yeah, let's not do this. No.
They're not, because it's business. Like I'm telling you, it's business. And I think the way I think is why I just want a lot of people to see that for what it is. Like, in America, like, none of this can happen if we're in a majority Black country. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if I lived in, I was going to say South Africa, but they've been pissing me the fudge off. If I was in Nigeria, right, or Kenya, and none of this happens, white people face the same things that we're talking about now when they're in that country. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, a white dance creator, people might prop her up as like, oh my God, look at that white girl dance. But that's as far as she's gonna get. She's just the white girl dancing. They don't give opportunities to them because we have the opportunity. We have the buying power. We have the strength. In America, Black women do have the buying power, but it could never equate to the level of white women in America. That's why Tarte Cosmetics is still Tarte Cosmetics. Yeah, the second most purchased concealer in the world. I didn't even realize people used to use Tarte, but white women do. Anyways, sorry. I went on that long rant.
No, I totally see what you're trying to say, especially when it comes to, like, us, like, not being the majority, but we do have, like, buy power to extent. I talk about this, like, all the time when it comes to just, you know, Black movies in theaters, and you know, how the main thing right now has been like, oh, we have to show up and support. We're always going to show up and support. As always. It's the other people that have to come out and support. Now, is there times where we go in beyond expectations? Absolutely. Black Panther, for example. A lot of people didn't thought that movie would make any money. I remember the white reviewers saying that it was going to be worse than Doctor Strange. They said, like, oh, there's no way that this Black superhero with an all Black cast is going to make any money in February during Black History Month. Yeah, and we all know what happened.
Yeah.
So I definitely, like, understand. I think definitely we can work within. And that's the rough thing with the internet is, like, people don't take in, like, nuance of situations because they'll always throw out the idea of, like, oh, we need to have our own lines. We need to have our own studios, but people forget the capital parts that we
like,
need.
how we gonna get it?
We need capital.
Where's the money
to
gonna
do
come
that.
From? Please. Yeah.
Where's it going to come from? Is it going to be crowdfunding online? Is it going to be funding from Black founders? And we only have a small few.
Girl, the
Ooh, I hit the
tiniest.
desk, Lord.
You're fine.
Like this
We could go
small,
on
like
we could
even
go
with
on
the
and on about
studios,
it.
like
Yeah.
yes, we have Tyler Perry and we have like a couple of black actors that are making their own, but that was after 20, 30 years of working from
Yeah, the
bottom
ground up.
roles to leading TV. Very few black people
Yeah.
are able to lead a TV show. Kerry Washington, I watched an interview from her and she said like it was the first time in like 20-ish years that there was a black woman leading primetime TV on a show like Scandal. I was like, damn, it took this damn long.
You know what's crazy? As you talk about when we segue into like even acting, I saw your excitement for Children of Blood and Bone, and I saw the discourse about it as well online, and I remember when we watched, because I was in LA when we watched the very sneak preview first of it. First of all, have you watched it?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm trying to get someone at Paramount to send it to me.
Simone.
Oh, you're gonna get me excited.
God. It is so good. And then I went online and I saw the discourse and I got so angry because first of all, the stack of people in that movie for the movie of what it is from Tommy is already mind blowing. And then I now found out, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, that they got pay cuts. Viola Davis got pay cuts. All these people got pay cuts just to be in the movie because the studio did not want to pay them for the movie because they didn't trust that they could have another Wakanda if it's not Marvel. Because this is a fresh story. So our big talent, imagine Meryl Streep taking a pay cut at this stage in her career because she believes in something so much. And then having your same people then go, it's not a real story. It's appropriation. Shut up. Shut up. Don't like I like so many stories can happen. This story can happen. An original Yoruba story can happen. An original Black American story can happen. In fact, let's all make shit up and let's make shit up. Let's mix shit up and create it. Like there's no limits to our dreams. Like, and it's okay to not have something be perfect the first time. That's why it happens again and again. We're showing that things work. Like if we come out in numbers for this, not for anybody but for ourselves, because a human being wrote the story. Like this is this is somebody's art that is there. Sorry.
No, I understand. You are so passionate about this. I am the same way. I was the same way when it came to Sinners last year. I was carrying that campaign on my back. I said, we're going to get you to the Oscars, man.
Because when people were complaining about Sinners too, I was like, have you guys seen some stupid ass white movies that we watched that makes no sense, but we watch it because they're just funny and cool and whatever. And then there's stuff that are deep and there's stuff that are not deep. It's okay to have any and every type of thing be black, be fun, be weird, be different. It's okay. Like we should exist. We don't need to be perfect for who?
Exactly. Like we deserve mediocre movies. Like everyone complains about how everything is just trauma. And it's like, okay, we have the black rom-coms. We got the black fantasy movies. We got the black action movie. Like, there's no reason for y'all to complain. People are putting it out.
They're black vampires, period. Look at that. Look at that. Now they know they're black vampires. Again, they're going to know they're black superheroes, and they're going to be black juju men and witchcraft people. There's going to be black everything. In fact, there's going to be black clowns, black funny people, black girl. I don't know. Everything. We exist. Anyways, okay. Let's move on a bit before we lose our minds. Let's go to some light topics.
Okay.
Sprinkled dot cake is on your FYP, Simone. What is the sprinkled dot cake?
So sprinkled dot cake is the new craze that people are saying is the newest hack. It is like a mini cake that you bake and you top. It's basically you put it in half. So the other half is empty. You slap frosting on it and then you turn it over and dip it onto a tray of sprinkles, and they're calling it sprinkle dot cake. And everyone's acting crazy about it. And I'm just like, don't we already have this?
Sugar. Sugar. That's just sugar.
Just sugar. And I'm just like, I can't have that in my mouth. I just came from the dentist. I can't be having sugary stuff.
That's why the dentist is expensive, because they know people have to pay for the nonsense that rots in their teeth.
I had to get like 4 fillings on Monday, and they just said, like, they gave me my bill just to look over. It's like, oh, do you want to do a payment plan? I'm like, yes. because I don't
I
have
think
the
I went
money
to the dentist
to
for the
pay
first
all of
time.
this to fill my teeth.
Girl, I went to the dentist for the first time, maybe like this was 4 or 5 years ago. I hadn't been in a while because I went off student insurance. And I get there, and this man goes in, does all the things, and comes in, he's like, oh, you have to do a cavity feeling, and you have to do this thing and that thing. We did all of this. Total came up to $16,000. I said, for what? For the teeth? Don't worry about this.
Yeah.
Don't worry. My teeth. Give me my teeth. Give me my teeth back. It's solid.
And it's so funny because I had done like my annual appointment, and there's like different doctors in like the office, and one of them looked at my teeth. It's like, okay, you're gonna need a crown for this back one. You're gonna come back and we're gonna do that. I go in to the appointment and they do like the pre-exam. They have another doctor. This one's a black doctor, and he goes over my chart. He's just like, you don't need a crown. You just need a filling. You're fine. They try to take your money.
Thieves.
Thieves
is what they are. Okay, so sprinkle dog cake, sugar. On my FYP is, well, this didn't come on my FYP necessarily, but it was sort of. I have a few I want to talk about, but I limited us to a few. But Michelle Obama and the stupid man.
God.
And if you guys know what I'm talking about, the orange man in the office of the United States hosted a UFC fight tournament on the lawn of the United States House of White people. And in that house, one of the people who was fighting decided to connect again Michelle Obama to being a MAN. I don't even want to say, I don't want to say that sentence because it makes me so disgusted.
I know.
And this has happened. Okay. This is such a stretch, but watch me connect these two dots. So,
okay.
Do you remember the creator, this black girl creator from the UK who did a women's only gym?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is how it connects in my head. When she posted that, I unfollowed her. Natalie B Fitness, I unfollowed her, and I got, because she was a mutual of mine. And I know a lot of black women and a lot of women who said it's okay that women want to have their own spaces. And I said, of course. My question to you then becomes, if you're saying trans women are women and all these other things, and it's not safe, it's predatory, how do you then decide who a woman is? Do you open their legs when they come into your door? Do you tell them to show you their cooch? Is it that they need to have a softer jawline? Is it that they need to have softer, should they have hair? Should they wear wigs? Should they have nails on? Like, what describes being a woman to you for you to then have them open the space? Because if there are people in this world who then say, see a Michelle Obama, the first lady of the United States of America, who has birthed 2 children, married to the president of the United States, who always says he attributes his success in the presidency to his wife, Michelle Obama, a biological woman in all terms and purposes, is being called a man. Should Natalie B Fitness be one of the people now that says, oh, because Michelle Obama is seen as a man, that means she's also not allowed in my gym? Do you see what I'm trying to say? Because at the end of the day, black women still will always be the ones who bear the brunt of this conversation. It's black women. It's dark-skinned black women. It's black
every
features.
time.
It's black, like, oh, your nose is too big. Like, I don't have hair now, and I don't have titties. I have very little ass. It's growing, though. Shout out to Pilates and bar. But if I wear my sweats and I wear a hat and I don't have lashes on, I look like a little boy. I do.
Listen, that's me whenever I take my braids or I sewing down. Whenever I have to put like a cap on in between days, like, and I don't have no makeup on, I do be looking like my brother sometimes.
And this argument just continues to blow my mind because you're so focused on the 0.0001% of predators who are taking advantage of this idea of, using this idea of being trans to, like, affect women. But this is 0.001%. The percentage is so small that you're willing to villainize a huge group of people, a population, because of your bigoted beliefs. I would never understand it. So that was what was on my FYP. Any thoughts on that?
I just want them to leave my first lady alone. She don't got to be in that house no more.
She's not.
She is enjoying her life. She got her podcast. She on vacation.
And it's a great podcast.
It's a really good podcast. I remember, I don't know if it was in her book or in an interview, she talked about being able to wear braids again after leaving the White House.
I saw.
And I can't help
she's not stopped wearing it.
She hasn't stopped wearing it. And I can't think of how much pressure she was under just being the first lady of all, but being the first Black first lady.
Black.
And you know that your hair is going to start a whole debate or conversation. Because we remember how mad people got when Obama wore that tan suit.
Exactly.
I thought it was ridiculous. So I can imagine how people would react if she had gotten braids, if she came to a state dinner or function with some really nice Fulani braids or some boho knotless, and how much that would have been such a discourse. This would have been like pre-Crown Act before the Crown even started. So I just want them to leave her alone. Yeah. She ain't bothering nobody. She is at peace. She don't gotta deal with you no more. Leave her alone.
Leave Black women alone. We enough is enough. Enough is enough.
We've been through enough.
We've been through enough. Golly, we've been through enough. Okay. Then you brought up the 19-year-old girl who's married to a 28-year-old man. If you guys don't know, this is white girl. Thank God. This is white girl on TikTok. And I think it was a mutual of mine who posted on TikTok. That's what made me see it. She did the video and she was like, I'm a 19-year-old girl, game rights. And she said, nonsense. And I said, what's going on here? So I went to search for it. And it's this 19-year-old girl who sits down. She goes, I'm a 19-year-old girl. I didn't go to school. I don't have a 9 to 5. I'm married to the love of my life. We got married after 3 months or 6 weeks of dating. We had a 2-month honeymoon, and my goal is to just love my husband and marry my husband and da-da-da-da-da-da. And she said it with such pride and vitriol. She said it with such excitement. And as someone who supports every woman's rights and wrong, this is wrong. I can't support this.
This is so wrong.
And then she said, my husband is 10 years older than me.
When I heard that, I said, call the police. Call the police. There's a child bride. What is going on?
Like, and I don't know how I would have felt if she was dating someone who was her age. Because if anything, I'm like, okay, well, both of you are making the mistake together.
Yeah, if it was like her same age,
like,
I wouldn't have a problem with that. Kids get married like all the time. You know, I have so many people I went to high school with that got married right after we graduated. So I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Together. 28-year-old man with a 19-year-old. Sir, do you know what 19-year-olds are doing right now versus, because you're a sir. You're a sir. In fact, you're a daddy. You could father her. Okay, maybe not. But you could.
I just watched that whole video and I'm just like, is this a psyop right now? What are you talking about, 19? What are you talking about, the love of your life? You haven't experienced life. Your frontal lobe's not formed. What are you talking about?
And you're like, oh, I know what I want to do is love my husband. Who's telling you that? Your 28-year-old man is telling you. And you know what's crazy? I know the pattern, because this man is probably saying, women my age don't understand me. You're so mature for your age.
They always say that. That's the same bill they play for the young ones every time.
It's the same thing. We hear it, girls. You're oh my God, you're so mature for your age. The women of my age are so annoying. You're so strong. I love you so much. I could give you the world. Because you have no expectations. You don't know what to expect at 19. So whatever he gives you, you think is enough. But you're getting the bit. I can't. But I saw that too, and that was a really good one to bring up. Okay, so mine is a bit morbid, and then I think we'll talk about the World Cup for a bit, and then I can let you go, because I feel like I've had you here for a minute.
Oh no, girl, you're fine.
Did you see the tourist that was thrown off the bridge?
Which bridge?
Girl, okay. So let me tell you. I'm going to send it to you later. But there's this video. I'm scrolling on Twitter. This is why I should not be on Twitter. But I'm scrolling on Twitter. And I see a video. And it's like 2 men holding a woman. You know how like you usually do bungee jumping or those rope things when you're on vacation? Yeah. And then they throw you off the cliff. And then the rope catches you. And then it pulls you back up.
Yeah.
But I'm watching the video and she flies. Because I like watching stuff like that. I want to do stuff like that. I enjoy doing stuff like that on vacation. She flies.
Yeah.
I don't see the rope flying with her. And then I see her splat. And I see them blur it. And I think to myself, oh, I hate AI. I swear to you. And I keep scrolling because that's the most logical thing to think. Because why would 2 grown men throw a woman off the bridge if it's not AI? Simone, it wasn't AI. A woman in Brazil was on vacation, a tourist. And she went to this thing where they jumped off the thing, and the rope was standing. There's another angle of the rope that is supposed to attach to her bungee was on the floor in a pool. And these men took her to the edge and threw her off the bridge by themselves. We don't know why. We don't know why she didn't scream. We don't know why this was allowed. And she's passed away. And they arrested the 4 of them. And they said that this particular attraction was not regulated. There was no like sanctions around it. These were just men who were throwing people off the bridge. And they might have just forgotten to hook her harness. Are we okay?
What?
And my thing now is, as a tourist, I think back to every moment when I've been about to do something stupid or dangerous. Like if I'm going zip lining, the amount of times that I'm making sure I look at the waiver, I sign a waiver. I'm making sure I know whose contact I'm sending everything to my mom. I'm sending photos. I'm sending videos. Make sure you're attaching me. I'm pulling the harness tight. Like I'm doing so much to make sure if anything goes wrong, it was not from lack of not trying. How do you get 2 men to hover you in the air and throw you to your death?
People don't got enough discernment. You know, sorry that lady. May she rest in peace. But people don't got discernment. Like, and especially on vacation, there are so many bootleg tourist things that people do on the side that has no regulation. Even when I'm like out of town for work and I'm doing stuff, I always check if there's a waiver. I always text my emergency contact like, "Hey, I'm about to do this. Just letting you know if you don't hear from me in like the next 2 hours, basically call my parents and let them know what's going on." Like, I can't be doing that extra stuff without like me knowing every person that's operating. I need to know who's operating the machine, who is the instructor, is there a waiver?
Yeah, no, I couldn't. It was so crazy for me to see that. I was just like, no. Anyways, I'll send you the video because it was insane. All right. Ooh. The World Cup is happening. Who are you supporting?
I'm supporting Congo. We're the back for like after 53 years. I
said like the World Cup. Like, yes. Congo is in the World. Hey. Oh yeah, DRC is in the World Cup. Hey. I'm in enemy territory.
The qualifiers. I'm like, thank you.
I'm so disappointed in Nigeria, bro. Like, that just
pissed me off. I'm surprised you guys aren't in it this year. When someone told me, because
Ressau is in the freaking World Cup. Ressau. Cape Verde is in the World Cup. Congo is in the World Cup. Senegal is in the World Cup. Nigeria. Oh. Super Eagles where? I don't know how I feel about this.
You weren't in the World Cup because there's this one Nigerian player that's going viral right now, and everyone's like, "Oh, I can't wait to watch their game." And then someone commented, "Oh, they're not on the World Cup."
Friendly, one night friend. It was just a friendly match that we were playing because of what we have. We have free time. Of course, we can play friendly matches. Our peers are playing in the World Cup. They're using us for practice. Yes. Anyways. The World Cup is in America, and a lot of people have been getting upset about it because they're like, Americans don't appreciate soccer. Why is it in America? And I feel like people are forgetting that America is a capitalist society. They want the money, and the World Cup brings in lots of revenue for the host country. Yeah. And America can afford to host the World Cup because we already have the stadium. We're not building anything new. Like everywhere nothing is like, for a lot of other countries, they have to build this many stadiums. America is so large that like, Philly has its designated groups, like Philly, Kansas, LA, like everyone has their groups. Even Canada and Mexico are brought in, our brothers. I love how like every time America is doing something fun, we're like, let's get Mexico and Canada into it. You guys get some too. Let's give them a few people. I know we have beef on this side of North America, but I will say that I do like that America does that. Like I feel like Canada and America and Mexico, they have like this agreement. Even if we have a crazy person in office, they're like, when good things happen, let's all three share. Like, let's make sure it flows accordingly. But I'm excited. Messi is the GOAT, apparently, because he scored 3 goals yesterday, and I watched that game. Ronaldo is playing today. I think he's playing right now. I don't know who's going to win. We're going to find out later on. But Nigeria is not in the World Cup, and Congo isn't. I don't know what else to say. I thought we were going to be able to bond. I thought we were going to be able to bond over the fact that our teams were not in the World Cup. But well, America is in the World Cup, and they're playing good.
I didn't know America was in the cup.
And they have a Nigerian boy, Balogun. Balogun is one of the best players right now. Look at birthright citizenship, sir. Look at what birthright citizenship can do.
Look at that.
Anyways, all right, Simone. Thank you so much for joining Am I Too Loud? Our first ever loud report.
Thank you for having me.
Did you have fun? Was it good? Oh my
I
god.
had so much fun chatting with you today. Hopefully we meet in person. You know, I'm going to be probably like the fall. That's when I'm going to be back outside.
Where are you in Atlanta, right?
I'm in Atlanta.
I was trying to think of moving there, but I'm just like, there's nothing. Atlanta is so interesting. I don't know what to do that.
And we got a lot outside of like downtown.
Yeah, that's it. No, I'll stay where I am. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll stay where I am. Oh, thank you, Simone. Okay, I'll text you probably on the side, but thank you for hanging out with my Too Loud. Any last words? Anything you want to plug before you head out?
Oh, what I want to plug. Follow me on socials. The Simply Simone everywhere. Period. Also, please keep, Congo in your prayers for the World Cup. We have our group stages right now. We also have, actually, I think we're playing Portugal today. I don't even have the game on right now. We're playing Portugal.
Yay. Are you guys really? Let's see.
We're playing Portugal. What's the score?
Let's find out. Oh, yeah, you are playing Portugal. It's 1 p.m. It starts at 1 p.m.
Ronaldo, Jesus.
I know, but everyone's watching that game. Oh, 1-1. 1-1.
Oh. They're about to stress me out. Oh.
No, but that's good, though.
Please don't be a draw today. Please don't be a draw, because yesterday was all draws.
Yes, it was all draws.
I need a 1-point advantage, please. Oh, my God.
Ridiculous.
Hey,
wow.
Yeah.
Argentina and Algeria was ridiculous yesterday, too. Okay, not me getting stuck on this. Yeah, but you guys, it's still live. 81 minutes right now. Portugal won. Congo won. Neves. Where's Ronaldo? What's he doing? Not playing clearly. That's why Messi scored 3. I've not scored 1. Messi is the GOAT.
Yep. There it is.
We'll catch up soon. Thank you so much again. And
thank you.
I'll text you. I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, you'll text me.
Oh my God, guys. Hey, okay, that is the end of today's episode of Am I Too Loud? The Loud Report. That was really fun. I feel like I enjoy when I'm just yapping with someone else and I'm just able to like go back and forth. I think that's where I shine more. But I also think that me doing solo episodes also works because it helps me learn how to talk about one topic or share a few things that are in my head over and over and over again. So practice makes perfect here. I heart you guys so much. I'm about to go literally watch the game. Ghana is playing later today too at 7 p.m. So Ghana versus Panama. I literally have the World Cup stats on this phone. Oh, I have the background zoom thing on. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I love y'all. I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao. Ciao is crazy. Bye, pod fam.